Resting on the back, knees bent, bring your hands to rest on your tummy. Let the elbows settle back into the floor, drop the shoulders. Let's do nothing now for the next moment, just listen in. Notice your breath come and go. And let it gradually become a little slower. I'll take one more breath here. See if you can feel the expansion of it from the belly, rising into the ribs and up into the chest. Full 3-phase breath. Let it go slowly, stay present in it. Now bring the knees into the body. Just giving the knees a little hold, have a little rock here. Stay with your breath, just one more breath. Easing the legs in and out or side to side. And then we're going to bring our knees forwards above the hips, lift the feet level with your knees and just bring your arms down by your sides. Grab a hold of the edges of your mat if you can. Breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to bring the back of the waist towards the floor. So you're kind of tilting your pelvis back, holding that strong core. We'll take a breath in. And then breathing out, move your right leg away, keeping it bent, just tapping the earth. So really accessing the core muscles here. We bring the leg back on the inhale and then move the left leg away on the exhale. Now go as slow as you can with this. Slow through the inhale and the exhale. So you're not rushing back as the leg is coming back to the start. You're maintaining that control. So we're going to do 2 more on each side. Make sure that this isn't aggravating your lower back. And if you feel like it is and you can't strengthen the tummy to avoid that, don't move the leg away so much. Just a tiny movement, if any at all, with the leg. 1 more round. So that's 2 breaths. And at the end of that, just bring the knees in for a moment. And we're going to add on a little bit. We're going to take the legs up to the sky, give them a little stretch, bring the hands behind your head, link your fingers, elbows wide. Take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we'll move the right leg away from us, keeping it straight if we can. Just bring that left leg a little further into the body. Good. Back to the start, legs vertical, and then left leg away, right leg in. So again, a little stretch through your legs and lots of action through the core. Back to the start. Now, if you want to add on a little bit, lift your head. Keep going with the same action. Exhaling the leg away, inhaling to the start. Now, if this feels like it's too strong, it's often just the hamstrings are a bit too tight for that, especially first thing in the practice. So if you find that, as one leg moves away, let the other leg bend into you, okay? Instead of keeping it straight. So do what you can. And keep focusing on the core muscles, which is the main thing that we're about here. So strong exhalations, that's when the work is really happening. If the head is lifted, you're really letting it rest into your hands. You're not pulling it up with your hands. Let's go 1 more time, each side now, nice and slow. Perhaps lifting the head, the shoulders a little higher. And then back to the start. We'll bring our knees in, head down, little hug. Good, nice little way to wake up. Drop the legs over to the left. Put your left hand there on your top leg and reach the right hand back. Close the eyes, perhaps roll the head towards the right. Nice. Go inside now, deepen that breath. On the inhale, bring it back across the center and over the other way as we exhale. So listen to what shows up. Let go of any expectations. Breathe into what's here. Slow down inside. We'll take one more slow breath here in this twist. And bring it back to the center on an inhale. And just draw the legs into you as you exhale. Again, giving yourself a little hug, a little rock, whatever feels good here for your back. And then we're going to stretch the legs out, long arms overhead. Big breath in. Take a moment now in that extended position. Just be here. Exhale. We'll take one more nice long breath in. Get even longer through the body. And this time on the exhale, bring the hands, the head, the shoulders up. Engage the pelvic floor. Engage the tummy. Come all the way up. Bring it right up to the sky. Hands up. Breathe in. Strong through your back. And then folding forwards, bend your knees if you like, easing out your lower back. So seated forward bend, parsvottonasana, but with as much of a bend in your knees as you want, okay? So nice long body. You want to lengthen from the navel to the heart center, and then bow forwards a little bit deeper. So you're not just rounding your back very strongly here. There's a little bit of a rounding, certainly, but it's not a cat pose. Let's take one more breath. See if you can feel the movement coming from the pelvis tipping forwards. Nice little stretch for the lower back. And as you drop your head a little deeper, release the upper back. Come up on an inhale. And over to our hands and knees. So we're going to work a little bit on strength in this practice. Let's get the hands firm to the earth. And we'll just come through cat and cow a few rounds here. So inhaling nice and firm through your hands. Press down as you lift your head and tailbone. And then rounding the back, coil into cat pose. Feeling that core strength. Pelvic floor engaging. 2 more rounds. And see if you can feel that, especially on the exhalation, the feeling of connection through the pelvic floor, the sit bones moving towards each other, the hammock of muscle lifting up into the body. One last time, and notice how that is connected very much to the deep abdominal muscles. They all work as a group to give you that core strength. Now we're going to breathe in. We'll take our hands forwards. We'll take our knees back, a little stretch in anahatasana, our kneeling heart opener, like a mini downward dog. Now, as you breathe in, we're going to release some of that effort in the shoulders. Round your back, draw your head in, rise away from the earth a little. And then breathing out, go longer and deeper, easing space into the shoulders and a release into the upper back. One more time. So do be careful with this one. I know when I first came to it, I really pressed it too hard. I pushed too hard into that and it aggravated the shoulders after a little while. If you do it a little more gently, it really won't. Now drop the elbows down. We're going to come forwards to a forearm plank. You can make fists with the hands, shift the hips forwards, and then bring the heels back. Now see if you can feel your hips come into alignment here as we hold this. Maybe just even a tiny bend in your knees. And that's going to help you tuck your tailbone a little bit. Okay, head forwards in line with the spine. Take a breath. And when you breathe out, change the right arm, bring it across your mat, perpendicular to your left. Shift your heels now to the right for a side plank. If you can stack your feet together, go for it, left hand to the sky. If you want to make it a little easier, you put your right knee down. Okay, so you have your left foot on the floor, your right shin supporting you as well. Now let's be here and see about lifting those hips a little bit higher. Good. One more breath. Feel that through the side waist. Again, all part of our core muscles. We're going to turn it over, sending that left arm to your mat for support. Across your mat, shift your hips to the left, your feet. Turn, heels to the left. You stack your feet or modify this. Put the left knee down. Now breathe. And every out breath, send the hips a little higher, forwards and up. I know this is very strong for the shoulder too, which is no harm. And take one more breath, get a little higher. Breathe out, bring it on back to the forearm plank. We're not done. Hold it. Interlace your fingers, have your elbows shoulder width apart. Hold that forearm plank. Take a breath. You should feel the strength here in your core. Now walk your feet forwards. Lift your hips up and back. Dolphin pose. You take your feet as close as you can to your elbows and then push back from your arms up and back into your hips, opening the shoulders. Just a breath. And we walk the feet back. We bring the shoulders forwards, back to our forearm plank. Take a breath. Breathe out, let the legs come down. Point the toes back. Upward puppy. So nice after that. Hands on the floor. Elbows shoulder width apart. Let's take a nice long breath in, gathering like you're pulling your hands towards you. Draw your ribs and heart up. Breathe out, come on down. Bring your hands under your head and then float up into locust. Breathe in. Breathe out, swing the arms back towards the feet and feel the strength through the whole back of the body. Breathe. Take another breath. Just notice the alignment of your head hasn't changed from when it was resting on your hands. Bring your hands now under your shoulders down on the ground for cobra. You ready? So rise in a little cobra. Now take a little twist to one side. Just look around. It's your exhale. And as you inhale, come back to the middle. Round the other way, like unwinding. Good. Now come back to the middle. Breathe in, cobra. Now come down, right down. We're going to tuck the toes under, head on the earth. Take a breath in. We're going to rise in chattarunga. Are you ready? Strong legs, push the floor away. Strong core. And back into downward dog. When I was thinking about what we would do, I was like, we'll do a few chattarunga press-ups there. No, we leave it. We did enough for now. And take a breath. Downward dog. Walk the hands down the mat towards you. Bring your hands to your shins. Breathe in. Should be enjoyable. Half lift. And drop in Uttanasana. Bend the knees. Soften and lengthen through the lower back. Drop your head. Just checking in that you're holding nothing in your neck. Really good. Now bend your knees. We'll start to roll up. Just easing out the back here as we roll up about halfway. And then sway, move a little bit through the body, side to side, through the shoulders. Keep going. Keep rolling your way up. Listen in as the sensation moves to different areas of your back, and even into the neck and shoulders. And when we get all the way up, We'll take a breath in, open up, arms wide, reach up all the way to the sky, and then take it in, hands together, down to the heart. So keeping the feet hip width apart, we might just step forwards a tiny bit for some space. We're going to bend the knees, chair pose. So inhale, arms up. Now exhale, keep the hands up there and sit a little bit deeper through the hips. Breathe in like somebody's pulling your hands up. And then breathe out, sit the hips deeper, keep the heels down for now. One more breath in this way, no strain in the neck. And we'll take one more breath in. And this time as we breathe out, press the arms down, push the palms back past your hips and just float your heels up off the earth. Now put those heels back down, breathe in and lift the arms. So you're sitting in that chair. And again, exhale, push the arms down as you float the heels up, a very steady gaze on one point. One more time, heels down, slow as you can, hands rise, inhaling. Exhale. Heels down, hands rise. Inhale back to that chair, sit a little deeper. And now walk it on out, downward dog. Bring your feet together, bring your right leg up now as you breathe in. All the way up high. And now coil in, take the foot forwards between your hands. We'll breathe in, we'll gather, coiling like cat pose. And lift the hips high as you like. And as you breathe out, move a little deeper into your lunge. Let's drop the back knee to the earth for a moment. Breathe in and lift the arms up, crescent moon. And as we breathe out, bring the hands down. We'll float the hips back, half splits. So just take a breath here. Inhale, look forwards a little bit. Exhale and bow over that leg. Forwards again. Now come into a low lunge. Breathe in. And as we breathe out, tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee. We'll go back into plank. Inhale. Now exhale, look forwards and lower down, chattarunga. There's a forward movement there. Come into cobra or even higher, upward dog. Inhale. Come right back down. We're going to do this reverse chattarunga. So take a breath in. Tuck the toes. You ready? Exhale. Push the floor away. Engage your legs, engage your core, and rise in one straight line. And all the way back. Downward dog. We'll bring our feet together. Inhale, left leg. Rises up. Go up on your toes. A little stretch. And bring it through. Exhale. We gather in, coiling. Inhale, lift the hips, round the back. Exhale, lengthen. Deeper into that lunge. Let's bring the back knee down. Rise up in crescent moon. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth. Pull the hips back, straightening the front leg as much as you can. Take a breath here. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale and bow. Lengthening over the leg. Back to our lunge. Inhale, we'll turn the back toes under. Exhale, lift the knee. And back to plank. Inhale, shoulders stay forwards. Touch the strength in your core. Now look forwards. Exhale, move forwards. Come down. Cobra or upward dog. Take your time. Inhale, strong legs. Open the chest. Return to the floor. Right down. Tuck the toes. Take a breath in. All in one line now. Here we go. Rise up. And back. Downward dog. If it's too hard to do that all in one line, you do it on your knees. But from your knees to your shoulders, you don't bend. Okay, feet together. Right leg rises up. Inhale. Now take it on through between your hands. So at this point, if you have a couple of blocks, let's get them. Bring them in, stand them up high. Now, if not, fingertips on the floor or even hands on your hips will work. Hop the back foot slightly forwards, get the heel down, turn the foot out about 30 degrees. Hands to the blocks if you have them. We're going to breathe in, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Now, breathe out and pull that right hip back. So we're in this kind of half forward bend here in parsvottonasana. Square the hips. So if we don't have the blocks and reaching the floor brings a real rounding to the back, better to do it there with the hands on the hips. You can even use hands against a wall here. Take another breath. Pressing into the back heel. And then we're going to shift the blocks, the hands forwards about a foot. Both of them come forwards, and we're going to lift the back leg up. Again, you can do this on your fingertips if you like. Float the back leg up, but lift the chest, lift the head. So you're lengthening all the way to the crown of the head, all the way to the back foot. Take a breath. We're going to keep the weight in the right hand, and as we exhale, turn the left toes, the back toes, out to the left. Lift the left hand off the block. We're opening up towards half moon. We'll try again. I fell over. Keep going. You're doing really well. Go slow. And feel this hip opener, the heart opener. Oh, different plane. Breathe. Lengthening again to the head, to the back foot. Connecting through the core. That's why we started with it. Breathe into it. One more breath. Amazing. Bring it on down. Bring your hand down. Turn your leg again. So you're back where you began. Before we came to that half moon, a last little challenge. Try bending the standing leg a tiny bit. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Now hands off the earth. Come to prayer at the heart. Breathe here, warrior three. Breathe out, send the back leg back, foot to the floor, warrior one, feet. And bend the front knee deeply and inhale up to the sky. Reach, keep it up here. Breathe out, go deeper through your hips. We'll take a big breath in. And the long breath out, hands to the earth. Now back into plank, inhale. Chattarunga, exhale. Take your time. Big breath into your back bend. Open up. Exhale back to the earth. Hands ready, toes ready. Breathe in. You can do it on your knees or on your toes. We're coming up through Chattarunga. Exhale. Back to plank. Downward dog. Feet together. Inhale, left leg rises up. Go up on the toes. And step the foot through. Thanks. The blocks, if you have them, alongside your foot. Hop the back foot forwards, get your heel down. So your foot is turned a little bit out. And first the knee is bent, that's okay. Front knee, we're going to lift the heart, lift the head, nice strong straight arms. Push into the back foot. And now as you breathe out, work a little bit more length into the front leg. So you're trying to straighten it, might take a few breaths. And might be better as well to have hands on hips. And that'll help you as well feel that you've squared the hips. You draw the right hip forwards, left hip back. Breathe. Now, even in one like this, there is that sense of connection through the core that connects the upper and lower body. So we're going to take one more breath just here. Strong legs. Now, move your hands forwards. So we're coming towards that sort of warrior three prep. As we lift the back leg, we keep our hands on the blocks, but we lift the chest, lift the gaze. So you could use a little bit of low furniture for this too, if the blocks weren't available. or fingertips on the earth. So our hands are shoulder width apart, which is a tiny bit wider than our hips. We're going to keep the left hand on the block. Start to rotate the right leg outwards, opening the hip. And as that starts to happen, we'll lift the right hand, open the chest away from the floor, opening up half moon. Keep breathing, engaging through your core. Keep the back leg very strong. Flex your foot. Be conscious now of the head, aligning with the spine. The right arm hasn't gone too far, still connected through the shoulder joint. So by that I mean the head of the arm bone isn't sticking forwards. It's feeding right into the socket. Take one more breath. I know it's very challenging. As you breathe out, bring your hand back to your block, the floor, whatever you've got. Turn your leg back where we started. We breathe in, lift the head, lift the chest, bend the knee a tiny bit. Leg you're standing on. More weight in that leg. Hands come up. Ooh, we can do this. Hands to prayer at the heart. Strong core. Stay with your breath. I'm going to step it on back. Ooh, warrior one. Here we come. Inhale. That was challenging. Hands up. And bend the front knee. Settle in. Take another breath. Reach the hands up high. And as you exhale, drop the hips deeper. One more big breath in. And hands to the earth as we breathe out. Back to plank. Inhale. Take your time, line it up, look ahead. Strong core, float down, chattarunga. Inhale, slowly. Rise into your wise back bend. Back to the earth. Right down. Tuck your toes. Now breathe in. Out breath pushes us away from the floor. Back to plank. Breathe in. Let's go back to our downward dog. Breathe out. Be here. Settle in. One more breath. Okay, one more because it feels good. Last breath. Let's walk the feet forwards halfway up the mat. Bring the hands to the shins. Breathe in. Half lift. Uttanasana. Exhale, bow down and hang. Hold your elbows. Pull them forwards. Pull them downwards. Drop your head. Breathe here. One last breath. In and out of the nose. Hands to the earth. Let's breathe in. Just lift up on the fingertips. Straighten the arms. Lift the chest. Lift the head. Work the feet a bit wider. Turn them out. And come towards your squat. Letting the hips move if that works for you. Popping a couple of blocks under the hips if you like, or just taking it straight into your squat. Just easing out the hips. Now stay with that slow, deep breathing, letting it flow in and out of the nose. One more. Can you hear the sound of ujjayi in your throat? At the very end of the breath, let's just bring ourselves down to sit. And we'll stretch our legs out in front. Nearly there. Breathe in. So sitting halfway up your mat, bring your arms out in front of you. Let's roll on down slowly. Exhale. Arms overhead, nice big breath in, get really long. Stay with that as you exhale. One more big breath in, even longer. Exhale, gather your right knee in. Just that right leg, little squeeze into the body. Take it across to the left now for a twist. Left hand can offer a little bit of help. Right hand reaches back. Take a breath into the belly, ribs, chest, even feel it in your back. As you breathe out, drop the leg, drop the right arm, twist deeper. Come back, breathing in, and the right leg into the body. We'll swap, left leg in, right leg long. Take a little squeeze of that leg into the body. And bring it across, twisting the other way. Go inside now, deepen that breath. Come back to the center. Draw the leg in. Little squeeze. Now the other leg as well. And you can just kind of reach through between the knees, grab a hold of the ankles or the toes. Rock here, or start to bring it up and wider to happy baby, one or both legs at a time. Last little bit of movement. So let this be what you need it to be. The sahaja movement, a spontaneous, innate movement that we all have within us. If we can just tap into it. One more breath. We'll let go, bring the feet to the floor, and let the feet be together, the knees apart. Reach your arms up and over your head, and then interlace your fingers, hands under your head. So for one full, very slow, deep breath, we'll let it come into the belly. Feel it expand outwards and upwards. Reach the full capacity of your lungs and then hold it for a moment. Feel that charge, that potential. And when you're ready, let it go and follow it all the way out. Pause at the end and just wait until you need to take that next breath in and let it come in, fill the space and let it go. And then we'll bring our knees up, feet hip width apart, drop your knees in against each other. Bring the hands down now to rest on the body and just feel your own natural breath return. Going back to its own rhythm, feel the body relax. Now you could roll off to your side to gather anything that you need to prop or cover yourself for Shavasana. Or from here, just go ahead and stretch out on the floor, but give yourself space. Feet nice and wide apart, arms away from the sides of your body. Spread out and feel the connection between you and the floor. So take your time. If you want to gather your cushions and eye pillows and things, do that and then settle in. Once you've found your place, soften. Connect to the natural breath. And let every outgoing breath soften your body deeper towards the floor. Not controlling it now, you're letting it come and go on its own. But you're there with it, fully present. Stay with the breath. Feel the deepening of that connection with the earth. As you let go of holding. Dropping deeper and deeper. Now let the next breath be a little bigger. And as you let that breath go, just gently roll your kneecaps towards the ceiling. Feel the pelvis tilt slightly back. Hold the pelvis there and drag the legs in one at a time, just placing the feet on the earth or the bolster. Relax for a moment. And then roll to your side, all the way over to your side and come up to sit from there. And then find your seat. We'll just turn the palms to face up. Close the eyes once more. And notice how you feel. Bring the hands together in front of the heart, prayer position. And bring to mind what it is that you feel grateful for today. Let's breathe in, take a little stretch up to the sky. And then gather it in, exhaling, draw the hands down to the wisdom center, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste. Thank you.